Good morning, everyone. This is Lori coming to you live from Lori's Wellness Loft. And for those of you who don't know me, I am a health and life coach. And my goal today is to come on live to provide you with little coaching gems that you can start applying right away so that you can live a happier, healthier life now. So good morning, Marianne. Do me a favor, hit that little share button in the corner and share it with people, because this is a good one, guys. All right, so I don't have a ton of time. I have like 10 minutes. So if you stay with me, trust me, you're going to like this one. If you can't stay with me, I am uploading all of these videos to YouTube afterwards. So if you can't stay the whole time, these are all little mini coaching lessons that, like in the coaching room or in class, we would elaborate and talk for much longer. But today I was inspired. A dear friend of mine posted something this morning about rejection. And I was like, oh, a topic that everyone wants to talk about is rejection. But what most people don't understand is the reason why we avoid rejection. So those of you who remember, who are as old as I am, if not older, do you remember the doobie from Romper Room? Like, it was that little bee that came in. Hey, Dave, how are you? This little bee that came in. And when we were younger, we were taught to be the doobie, meaning do what you're told, stay in your lane, don't buck the system, blend, don't stand out, right? You wanted to do what you were told, and that then you were rewarded for being a doobie. Because when we are children and we are in those formative years, yes, it pays to be a doobie. But then sometimes that philosophy carries into adulthood. Hello, Wendy. Hello, Ashley. How are you? That philosophy that kept us safe in childhood then follows over into adulthood, where it's not really good to be a doobie anymore. And what you want to do is, instead of fit in, you want to stand out. But then what happens to the people who stand out? Then what happens to the people who have behaved a certain way their entire life and have gotten rewarded for that, and all of a sudden decide, I want to do something a little different. I want to be an outlier. I want to be a little different. That makes them at risk for rejection. Okay? If you're like a lot of other people and you're on this path where you're growing and expanding and changing and wanting to make a difference, you'll come across a friend that looks at you and says, you know, Lori, you're different. You're not the Lori that I remember. What's going on with you? That is what you want everyone to say, guys, because that makes you know that you're growing, you're changing, you're challenging yourself first and foremost. And then other people are starting to notice, wow, you're different. So that's something that's not bad, and that's not a rejection. If something changes about you and you're not resonating anymore with a group of people that you used to resonate with, that's fine. Choose to change and evolve. And it doesn't make it about you either. This is the other thing. When people see you as different and see you as doing something out of the box and something they don't understand, hello, Rose, my dear, how are you? It's not about you. It's about them. So, not saying it's good or bad, not saying it's a judgment. Don't take it personally if someone doesn't resonate with you anymore. So here is something that I wanted to, let's not knock my stuff down. So when people are doobies, a lot of time they have a fear of rejection and they are a perfectionist. And being a reformed perfectionist, I always wanted to fit in the box. I always wanted people to like me. I was a people pleaser. But you know what happens with people pleasers? They lie to themselves more than anyone else. How many of you say yes when you want to say no? How many of you are showing up out of guilt and obligation, and then you feel frustrated and drained at the end of the day? So when you are showing up for others and saying no to yourself, guess what? You're lying to the most important person, and that's you. and no one knows your struggles except for you. So I want you all just to take that little pearl of wisdom. If you can relate to what I just said, please give me a thumbs up in the comments below, because I know I've been there before, guys. I have. All right, so the other thing that a doobie has, or someone who's a perfectionist, or someone who fears rejection, is they don't have any boundaries. They just let people kind of walk all over them, and they do for others more so than they do for themselves. Okay, and that's another thing that you want to avoid, is that not having good boundaries. The last thing is about the fear of rejection is that we are afraid of being different and being rejected, and that's not about us. That's about the person putting it on us. So you want to celebrate your differences. So what happens to the person who then decides they don't want to be a doobie anymore, and they don't want to be a perfectionist anymore? They have one of two choices. Write this down, people. You're going to either, there's two choices. You're going to either hide, or you're going to celebrate who you are. And hiding isn't going to get you anywhere. Hiding is just going to keep you where you are, frustrated and in fear of being judged or rejected. Celebrating you is the hugest thing that you can do. And when you are celebrating who you are and you're living from a place of purpose and passion, guess what? You are on fire, and it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks of you. They are going to be attracted to not just your message, to your energy. And they're going to say, Lori's different. Or Jill is different. Or Sally's different. I want to know a little more about what they're doing. They might not know, they can't put their finger on it, but they want to know what you're doing that's different. And that's an inspiration. I remember I was in a class once. It was called Emotional Freedom Technique, and it's a fascinating coaching / body work practice where I take my coaching clients in the room and we work through a fear, and normally it's a fear of rejection a lot of times. And the statement is, even though it's like a new affirmation that you create in your mind, even though I'm afraid of rejection, or even though I feel that I'm not good enough, or even though my spouse left me, the ... is I love and accept myself. So any negative, okay, even though I feel like a failure, even though I can't lose my 20 pounds, even though I missed that next promotion, ... if you put that I love and accept myself at the end of the sentence, guess what? You're going to pull ahead and finally reach your goals. So if this has been helpful to you, please drop me a 1 in the comments below. If I totally lost you, drop me a 2 in the comments below. And if you feel that my message today can help other people that you care about, please hit that little like button in the bottom corner of your screen right now. If you missed me, guys, I see a lot of people jumping on late. If you missed me, this will be on... Good for you, Brian. This will be on my YouTube channel shortly, and I will do another watch party later. But for those of you who have piqued interest right now, I am doing a coaching class for newbie coaching clients that are just wanting to dip their toe in the coaching pool. It will be on Wednesday evenings via Zoom call. On Wednesday evenings at 7:30 p.m. It'll be a group of like-minded people that will come together via their cell phone or the internet, where you will be coaching with yours truly and my husband, Mr. Chris Flickinger. So you will have the male, female perspective, the wellness / corporate perspective on how to get past your fears, stop being a doobie, and forge ahead and create the life that you have always wanted to live. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.